I think one of the biggest things that kids need to learn is how to deal with inconvenience. So one of the reasons I kind of like a lot of entrepreneur or creative people to go to university for their parents is I want them to go through 4 years of being inconvenienced. Because right now, the world's biggest problem is that a lot of people struggle with any level of inconvenience. And so one of the unique things about going to university for your parents, not for yourself, is you're building tolerance to do things that you don't want to do. And right now the world is struggling with being good at that. I just said that I like waking up every day and doing what I want to do. 85% of my day is doing shit I don't want to do. The macro, I'm doing what I want to do. But the micro, day to day, I'm doing unlimited things I don't want to do because I've built up the tolerance to be inconvenienced or eat shit for 6 months to achieve the bigger mission. The world has made it very good for kids now. We're really soft on inconvenience. We don't like when kids cry. We don't like when kids are upset, and everyone's gotten very soft. So one of the unique things about your journey is, believe it or not, going to university for your parents at your own discomfort might actually prepare you for entrepreneurship more than anything else. You have to understand, life is too complex to think there's a right answer, right? I say it all the time, like, people think they're gonna make the right decision. You have no idea how it's gonna work out. You know, I usually use the example of me not investing in Uber, right? Literally one of my best friends. Literally the 3 months prior and the 3 months after, I was investing in all sorts of dumb shit, but I passed on investing on Uber twice. And if I wrote a $50,000 check, it would have been $500 million. And so it's very easy to say, my God, this was a terrible decision, but in my mind, I'm too happy as I sit here with you right now to think it was a bad decision. And if I made that decision, my life would be completely different. And then the way I like to tell this story is, maybe it would have brought me to a different speech or a different conference or a different meeting, and maybe I wasn't paying attention when I was crossing the street and I got hit by a car and I'd be dead today if I invested in Uber. People are pessimistic. They think the decision they made that didn't work out, because it's easy to see that it didn't work out, they don't take into the complexity of life. You may go to college, a university, and you don't want to, but you might meet your best friend in the whole world. And that person might go on to become Elon Musk. You know, and so you just don't know. You really don't know. And so for all of us, whether it's university or having children or moving or changing your job, humans are so silly. Once you make a decision, you can't dwell on that decision anymore. You have no idea how that would have changed your life. Every restaurant, every building, every week, everything in your life is different forever. And we should look at it optimistically, not pessimistically. I think a lot about, what do we not know today that every human being in 50 years is gonna know? Today, every one of us here knows certain things about the heart or cancer or weather or medicine that 100 years ago nobody knew. And I always say to myself, what are we doing right now, right here, right now, that in 70 years every person's gonna know and we have no idea? And my favorite one that I think about is intuition. I believe today, as we sit here today, there is very little knowledge and very little respect, even less respect, because there is some knowledge. There's very little knowledge and even less respect for the stomach. We think about the brain. We know our brain, but the second thing that runs our life is this brain, and nobody talks about it. And I mean nobody. And so I have come to realize I listen to this second brain more than I listen to this brain. And it has serviced me very well. And so I was telling that story to the team earlier, like how I think intuition is underrated. On the way here, I just said I was doing character development. I was recording on my phone, a huge thing on intuitive iguana in VFriends, because I want intuition to be understood. A lot of people here have made a lot of mistakes because they have not listened to this and they listen to this instead.